A lot of you may have watched the halftime show at the Super Bowl and were completely left out in the wilderness, not knowing what the heck is going on and why it was such a big deal. But I'm here to shed some light into that. There's going to be a lot of references here that you're just going to have to Google. I can't do all the homework for you. Writing up in CNN, Scotty Andrew gives us an article here. Not Like Us started as a diss. Now it's a Super Bowl anthem. Kendrick Lamar and Drake spent last spring trading disses. The rappers unleashed a slew of increasingly brutal attack tracks, taking aim at each other's talent, parenting, and race, among other sensitive subjects. It wasn't until Lamar released Not Like Us that a verdict was rendered. Lamar was unequivocally uh, the winner. Not Like Us is still taking a victory lap that began last May. Lamar's final Drake diss topped the Billboard charts and became his first solo #1 single since 2017's Humble. At a surprise Juneteenth concert, Lamar performed the song 5 times to an arena full of fans who knew every word. Then last week, he took home 5 Grammys for the track, including Song of the Year. And on Sunday night, he performed it at the Super Bowl, the most watched event in American TV. Parenthetically, they write, even though the song is currently at the center of a lawsuit brought by Drake against the company that runs both rappers' record labels. He included some of his most controversial lines in his performance. Not Like Us was introduced to the world unceremoniously in a YouTube link on a Saturday evening. That it's since become one of Lamar's biggest songs is a testament to its staying power, not just as a diss, but a certified banger. As much as it is a diss song, it's also a unifying song, said Frederick Page, an assistant professor of civil and environmental engineering at Virginia Tech and co-founder of Virginia Tech Digging in the Crates Hip Hop Studies at the university. Here's how a hard-hitting diss became a blockbuster of super proportions. The beef between the two of the country's best-loved rappers had been brewing for years before Not Like Us erupted. Though they featured on each other's songs early in their careers, the two have exchanged sneak disses over several years. Lines so cryptic, even their fans couldn't agree who they were about. Their beef started boiling again in October 2023 when J. Cole referred to himself, Drake, and Lamar as the quote, big three of rap. Lamar disagreed. There's only one Big Me, he said in the future Metro Boomin song Like That, released last March. Drake started to catch stray insults from artists like Future and The Weeknd, a fellow Toronto native, but the Lamar hit stung. So in April, Drake dropped Push Ups, mocking Lamar's features on songs from Maroon 5 and Taylor Swift. Lamar responded with Euphoria, a vicious track that prodded the perceived insecurities of the Canadian rapper, including numerous references to his race. Each new song escalated the tension, which eventually grew so thick that the rappers took mere hours to respond with a new attack. The verbal brawl effectively ended, though, when Lamar dropped Not Like Us. In it, Lamar accuses Drake of being attracted to underage girls, certified PDF files, if you will. Drake has vehemently denied that accusation. In his defamation lawsuit against UMG Records Incorporated, the company that owns both Drake and Lamar's record labels, Drake accused UMG of launching a campaign to make a viral hit out of a rap track that falsely accuses Drake of being a PDF file and calls for violent retribution against him. You know the Michelle Obama quote, when they go low, we go high? Page said, they went in the basement. The degree of dirt and allegations made it tough. Though Drake released another song after Not Like Us, the war was already won. It didn't take long for the charts and streamers to catch up. Not Like Us became inescapable in what felt like a matter of hours. It's been viewed nearly 200 million times on YouTube and took off on TikTok and traditional radio. Less than 2 weeks after its release, Not Like Us clinched a top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Lamar had everyone from middle schoolers on the dance floor at a bar mitzvah to former VP Harris at the BET Awards quoting his single, I See Dead People, Lamar whispers at the track's opening. Aside from the devilish glee with which he delivers his blows, it's not your typical missive from a hater, Page said. It sounds like a party from the first beat drop. It's a super catchy tune that you wouldn't expect to be a diss track, he said. It doesn't sound that aggressive. It's also intensely catchy and quotable, though most of its blows can't be repeated here, said Craig Arthur, an associate professor of practice at Virginia Tech and DJ, who also co founded the university's hip hop studies program. Even its slight chorus, in which Lamar chants the words, "They not like us," repeatedly over a slick mustard beat that took the producer only 30 minutes to cook up, is an earworm. Typically, the subject matter of a song like Not Like Us is controversial enough that an industry body like the Recording Academy would avoid rewarding it. But the song's impact was so immediate and undeniable based on its more than 1 billion streams and consistent chart placement that even the Grammys, music outlets, and celebrities who have previously been friendly with Drake celebrated it. Lamar has also earned enormous respect from both rap fans and the artistic establishment, which might explain why the song has been so widely embraced, both professors said. Routinely referred to as the best rapper alive, a title to which many of his peers have laid claim, he's won 22 Grammys, making him one of the most awarded rappers in the award show's history. And in 2018, he became the first rapper to win the Pulitzer Prize for music for his album, Damn, my favorite album, actually. Not Like Us came from a highly decorated MC that even folks far outside of hip hop look up to, Arthur said. Kendrick can do things artistically that a lot of commercial mainstream rappers and MCs can never do. When it's not taking shots at Drake, Not Like Us is an homage to West Coast hip hop. It's a rejection too of culture vultures who appropriate the culture of a hip hop community without belonging to it, Page said. Its music video honored Lamar's Compton roots. Behind the scenes footage shows he was received like a hometown hero. Lamar's disses against Drake worked because he took aim at Drake's perceived inauthenticity, both professors said, and a lack of connection to a homegrown rap scene like Lamar's community in Compton or in Atlanta, where many Drake's previous collaborations are from. Though Drake's poppier hip hop strategy has perhaps alienated him from some of his peers, it's also cemented him as one of the most famous rappers on earth. Lamar's targeting Drake so publicly was intentional too. I think Lamar took on Drake for a very particular reason. In terms of that fan base and that outreach to grow, Lamar's fan base and show that real artistry, in his opinion, and authenticity win over the circus tricks. That was a weird formulation there, but Lamar is an inspired choice for the Super Bowl halftime show. Both professors said that Lamar's subject matter spans his experiences growing up in public housing to institutionalized anti-Black racism and police brutality. It's really interesting to think about a song like All Right, which is seen as a protest song, and then go to the Super Bowl. What is the chess move there? Lamar teased the opening beats of Not Like Us a few times before finally starting the song late into his halftime set. Before he finally performed it, he referred to it as the crowd's favorite song. Are you really going to do it? His backup dancers asked at one point. Lamar included one of the most widely quoted lyrics from the song in his performance. Trying to strike a chord, but it's probably, and everybody in the crowd yells, A minor. Double entendre, if you will. There had been questions about whether Lamar would include the song in his performance, considering Drake's lawsuit against UMG. In his lawsuit against the company, Drake accused the label of defamation in the publishing and promotion of Not Like Us. Lamar isn't named as a defendant in the suit, by the way. The inclusion of Not Like Us isn't the only reason Lamar's performance mattered for his fans. Being human and surviving tough times are central themes in Lamar's work. In between his rappers' braggadocio. There are a lot of people right now that are struggling with their political shifts, trying to figure out where we're going to go, how we're going to take care of ourselves and each other, he said. I'm interested in seeing how Kendrick's takes on that challenge to motivate and excite people for not only the second half of football, but for many years to come. Okay, that was a mouthful. Thanks for listening. There are a ton of references, like I said there. And yes, I intentionally said PDF when I refer to that word because of, you may have some monetization issues on YouTube or something like that, but I'm not sure. So there's a lot of nuggets there. I suggest, particularly for the white folks, that there's references in rap lingo that they may not be familiar with. This is your chance to, what I mean, tap into the culture a little bit and learn to appreciate. You'll probably learn to appreciate the Super Bowl halftime show a little bit more with that insight. So yeah, thanks for listening.
What up, fam? It's Darwin, the guy that was just talking. First off, thanks for watching and supporting the show. But I gotta give y'all some homework. Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is to interact with the show. That means 1, hitting that like button, because I know you like our stuff. 2, make sure you subscribe, so we can swim our way up your timeline whenever we drop new content. The third thing, please share the channel with your friends. Maybe they'll learn a thing about a thing or two. Oh, last thing, we're over here talking about what y'all talking about. So go ahead and carry that conversation on into the comments. We be up in there too.